up, everybody? Good morning. What's up, Warriors? Let's go. Let's go. Nice normal day. Pre-market opening inside DD bands. I've got yellow line marked right there. Took a hit on Friday. Y'all watched that one. That was a losing day. Irrational trades, though, tend to be coin flips. We always talk about that. SPY has filled its gap, so it did that on Friday. We've had a monster week up, like five straight days up. Monthly maps still show that the bulls are back in control. Like, market has just basically flipped on a dime. Yeah, we definitely should be more stable now. All right, it's good. Opening here. Res is positive. That looks great. Same all out the door, everybody. Get your cheat sheets ready. Get in the saddle. Let's get ready to go. We do Resgrin 0 trade. Now I don't know when we get on liquidity map or where we have a target to go to. 4409. DD band from here could basically be it. So one could take a long off of a dip. I think I want to wait after the 5 or 6 days we've had and see if I can't actually, instead of chasing the open, I do want to see I bounce on hedge pressure or something. Let's get a liquidity map come through here. So first and foremost, DD, okay, we're retesting the gap fill from Friday. Okay, odds mean reversion. Okay, so mean reversion long up, MRLU. Blasting in a bull zone with positive, probably DD ratio. Has no trade today. Not on the S&P. Let's see what QQQ has. No actionable trade. Another coin flip day. QQQ is going to be the bull long up setup from here above the box. Oh, I hate days like this. Oh, choppy day. Holy shit, why is my mic muting on its own? Okay, I'm such an idiot. Okay, hello. What's up, friends? I don't know how I'm muted. Probably take a bite of my breakfast. Okay. Why is it choppy? I love that you guys can read the market right out the door. You can see that it's choppy. These are the reasons that you know that. Let me repeat what I said, but I'll have the mic turn on this time. Couple of things. Number one is if you open a mean reversion, MR, it tells you that the middle is kind of like the preferential area. So it's going to try to push to the middle from both sides. When you hit the middle, it's random from there. So from here, it's random. Everyone see that? So one of the rules that we teach is that once markets are random, it's a coin flip. I don't want to deal with another coin flip day, which was me trading a random market Friday. I don't want to have two gamble days in a row. Try to take more statistical trades, right, instead of just flipping a coin. Nobody can predict which direction you break out to, or even you break out at all. Number two is if you open in the middle or open in either zone, it tends to want to close in that zone more often than it doesn't. So if it opens in the middle, it tends to want to close in the middle as well. So what we do in those trades is we treat it as such, is that you don't trade from the middle. If the middle is like statistically where it wants to end up, then you want to either long from really far away or short from really far away and play it back to the middle if you do. So today what everybody was saying was like this trade right here that I just isolated would be what I would want to take. So you're going to let it stretch and then take a trade. If you bet on a breakout from the middle, you're being foolish because the market doesn't like to leave the middle. If you're ever in a mean reverting trade, it's going to be a choppy day. If it goes one way or the other, usually without an event or a catalyst, it takes a long time to build up the pressure to push it. Last thing was a DD ratio, this guy right here, is that if you are in the middle and you need to make a tie break, this ratio, this is the bull bear kind of bias of the market, 99 is really high. Anything greater than half, and the market's tilting to the bull side. These are all the aggregate of what the stocks are doing. So if the market is in the middle of the if the S&P is in the middle of the range, and DD ratio is greater than half, there can be a trade to push to the bull zone, which immediately happen out the door. So once that happens, the only trade from the middle is over. I usually only trade it to the zone, and then I call it. Because it's only 5 points, it's not worth chasing. By the time liquidity maps are calculated, it already happened. So it's kind of a glorified sit-out day. Let's see how this works. So now I can decide, I don't want to sit here and fight a crappy market all morning. Right? Does everybody see how that works? So let's get back to the monthly map and take a look at that again. We also retesting that gap fill in the S&P. Do we think this is a sell-off? So if I can go in there and bet that the market is going to turn around or do anything else, I'm just basically playing random chop. We know that it's going to be chop. We know it's going to be random, not worth doing anything. So monthly map, still bullish Polygon. Actually, a good thing to check on while we're sitting here. Double check. Bottom bull zones are sloping down. Check. Bull's volume more. Bear zone, a little different. It's kind of, one can argue, sloping up. Shorts are accumulating. So in this mode, it's kind of hard to say because like the bear zone maybe looks like it's doing a little bit of that, but after today, if you think of it like this, it kind of looks like it's tightening up. I mean, it's kind of pushing up a little bit. So excluding just like this, like today's setup, we call this liquidity. It's like really nice and choppy liquidity. So bullseye sloping down, bear side sloping up. Tends to be volatility decreasing, liquidity increasing, which isn't bearish at all. Typically liquid markets are more likely stable than anything. This is likely to consolidate like that rather than react violently. So even monthly maps are telling me the market's going to be stable for a little bit. So what we need to do is whenever you have the knowledge that you get those mean reversion trades, then the goal is you revert to mean in the trade. So you don't trade from the middle is the ultimate goal. So if I wanted to short, I'm not going to take a short from the middle to coin flip it either way. I would take a short like, far enough away off of something to bet that it goes towards the middle. Or if I were to long far enough away to go to the middle. So with it being stable, the ultimate best trade you can get would be if bears try to fade this down inside of here. I would build a long there, and there to trade it right back to the middle. So that's the setup today. Everybody got it? That's the easiest one I can see. This one, too small to worry about. So I'm going to long, long, and long. Best indicator is it's always mean irrational if I had to trade for that day and week. Well, in irrational, you just trade small, right? Analyzing the CO. Oh, shoot. I'm supposed to be on space. Hold on. Oopsie. Russell's starting to kind of shit the bed right out the door if you take a look at the IWM. Shoot.
A lot of big things like that recently. A lot of Fed speakers speaking this week, but you know, like Powell speaking on Wednesday before the market even opens. We do have an unemployment on Thursday before the market, but not a lot of big things that we usually get.
Short. I just took a short on. I did just a small little position on MNQ. So I'm gonna do contrarian here.
Hey, days like this are interesting. COT. Let's take a look. Yeah, COT is a similar look. The asset managers, you know, over the history of since the Fitch downgrade have been in a de-inventorying kind of mode, been selling. The net long has been reducing, and the leveraged funds, the net short has been also reducing, pinching together. So short squeeze, long selling. It's liquid market, so it's kind of stabilizing a little bit. So 6 to 7 last week, yeah. What is it now? Yep, I don't have the updated data. This is last week.
Amazon's pretty short here with that NQ pullback.
6 to 7. Okay. Oh, okay. Let me see if I get that CME data on here. Hold on a second. Hey, what's up, everyone? Good morning. All right, I'm looking for this.
I may just play this with SMH. Maybe go for like these.
This is what I want. It's going down again.
I have 4376 as a major support zone on the ES. Watching there for a balance. But looks like we're holding view off for now.
So VIX is bottomed out there at 1525 earlier, and now it's kind of been on a tear on this current 15-minute candles up to 1537. Love to, would love to see this sort of reject here, maybe at like the 1540 level for VIX, and then so we get continuation, further confluence for continuation on longs. But yeah, just keeping an eye out. For me, it's the orb is set. The opening 15 minutes has set here, the upper and lower bounds. So I'm looking for a breakout either way. I know some people don't really trade breakouts. I do sometimes. Like Apple's getting a nice breakout right now. Really nice confluence for longs here. And that's a name I don't really trade myself, Apple, but I use it primarily as an indicator. And yeah, Apple's getting a really nice move. Really good confluence for longs. Here's 5% on SM.
Trades are relaxing for you? Oh, nice.
Tesla's kind of
I must feel relaxed with their kids or wife. You're relaxed with trading. That's how you know you found your passion. There you go.
gap up.
Yeah. I can sit here and stare at the market without feeling anxiety, that's for sure. Most of the time, markets are chilled. It's like a puzzle, every time it sets up and you see all the data and then you look at it, then you have this just kind of like satisfaction. Okay, I solved the puzzle. This is the next step.
Looking to see if we go down below the 15.2.
Remember, 4369 is also a yellow line, so it matches up with hedge pressure on the support side.
So we'll see.
What's up? What up, everybody? Peace in the chaos. There you go. Less anxiety. Hey, what's up, Brian? Dude, I'm so sad I didn't make it to the Browns game yesterday. I was with my my family. I have a sick relative, so some family stuff. New as hell and confused, but you're here for it. What's up, lazy boy? What are you confused about? There's no trade right now, so I got plenty of time to just talk. What would you like to know?
More challenging to go long. My bias is long, and I might have to scrub that out pretty quick.
What it do? MRLU.
Like, again, those yields are going up. We definitely
Oh yeah, definitely, Brian.
So
I'm down.
looking at a macro level, I'm just literally looking at the correlation between those. So I don't know if it holds today, but
Kim, what's your favorite thing about trading futures? For me, it's lack of theta decay.
yeah, lots of beta decay, and then like I can swing it too and stay in a position longer because all I have to worry about is a price target versus it, beta, gamma, delta, So that's what I love about it. So if I'm wrong and I do want to stay in a trade
Well, I got a question you guys have. Hey, what's up, Cheyenne? Good morning.
on Q, but you know how sometimes you can keep going higher for a while?
Y'all do some tickers. Let's do some liquidity maps. Take a look at different things.
You can see to the downside here. I was in SME.
All right, so I think my setup today is through here. When it bounces here and then it goes up to the middle, I'm going to use resilience to decide if I bail at the middle or not.
Walked a little bit through that, but even if you aren't in just yet, I still like SMH here. I still like the 147s. I think they look good here. We're sitting at 149.17. We basically have some support here from back on the third. If you're looking on the chart here, Essentially, this was 149.15 was where we ran into. So I'm looking for a break of 149.15, which.
Let's ask. What's your question? Buying here.
And then it moved down towards closer to the 149.
Buying bear zone top or have to sell at the open price. Yeah, it's not a terrible setup. I mean, it's like essentially, you can set it to where it's not 1-to-1. You look at it. This is about 5 points worth of move. If you want to take a trade like that, literally this trade right now, as long as your stop is not further away than your run, you know, as long as it's at least worth your time, and that's up to you to decide, right? No such thing as a there's no such thing as a risk reward ratio you can't manually set. So an example is, you know, we have that one strike stop maximum that we use as a roll. But if you're gonna get 5 points this way, you can always stop 3 points below. So it's a 5-to-3, or you can stop 2 points below. You can set your stop wherever you want, so that it is greater than 1-to-1.
Really good for exits, you know, if it's going against you.
Oh man, I gotta wake up. I got thrown into an impromptu birthday party last night on a Sunday night. One of my best buddies turned 40. And he just was like, we're going to go out tonight. And I go, we should have gone out last night. I don't know why we didn't go out last night, but we didn't go out last night. Well, speaking of Saturday. So Sunday, all day Sunday, I'm with my mom, my uncle, and Gabriel, my 5-year-old, doing family stuff. I go home, start cleaning, getting everything like ready for the week, and all of a sudden it's like, we're going out. I was like, oh, where are we going? He just named the first place. And he's like, we're gonna go here at like 9:30, 10. I was like, man, I'm up till 4 now. I know it. I know my friends. We show up, this thing, and we go to. Oh, I thought I heard them. Just go to this little bar club place. There was a DJ, and it was Sunday night. In a minute, I was the first person there too. 9:30, 10. I show up right about 10, which is early. I never show up. When everyone goes out, I never show up at 10. But this time I was like, all right, it's a Sunday, so maybe everyone is showing up early. Get there at 10, and nobody shows up for like 30 more minutes, 20 more minutes. And I was like, where are you guys? I was like, oh yeah, we're coming. I was getting ready. And I was texting another friend of mine. I was like, this is a Sunday night party, and I was filming the whole bar. It was empty. Nobody was there. And by the time my friend showed up, rolled up with like 15 people, and then 20 more people, there was like maybe 200 people that came by the end of the night. It was like so many tables that were just blended together at that point. And I'm like, it was a Sunday night throwdown. And then we left and went somewhere else. And then we left and went somewhere else. And then I got home and I was like, all right, it's a work day. I got maybe 3-4 hours of sleep. I'll wake up at 7 every time. Sunday fun day. I didn't drink a lot. I didn't really do much party favors or anything. I just kind of, he threw the bottle in my face. I'd take a sip. Probably had like 2 glasses of champagne, but they were like raging. It's 40th birthday, so it was like hardcore raging. I was like, I gotta get up and trade tomorrow. So I just goofily danced while mostly being sober. How's your trading going, Cheyenne? How are things going with you? UVXY stuck in the middle. Yep, agree. How big is your trade on days like that, Itai? Days like today? Or you mean days like what I was talking about earlier, like when you take a really small trade? This just always dictated by the lights anyways. Like, if the lights are green and yellow, I take a normal size trade. Even if the distance is small, I still take a normal trade. I go my full position right now. If I went that trade that we just kind of talked about, like that scalp from here to here, I would have hit it with my full position for 5 points. That would have been a good run. How's it going, Houston? Pretty good. No house, no move. Probably deciding against moving for now. I'm in a great place, and we got a lot of work to do with the marketplace and all the other stuff. So I don't have a lot of. It's really a reason to make a big move, to be honest. Market's terrible for it. We're probably gonna chill. What's going on tech today? So we talk about days like this in the middle. Don't trade from the middle. The middle is like where it ends up. So that's why I don't take a long or short from here. On Korea stopping short selling, as far as like what that does to our market, probably nothing. It gives like a little bump to, you know, a little rally to Korean stocks, I'd say. But in general, I wouldn't give it any thought other than I really don't know what the mechanism that led to them doing that. They needed to do that to stop the illegal use of a trading tactic deployed regularly by hedge funds and investors around the world. It's behind a paywall. Let me go find a better article. First after short selling ban, blah, blah, blah. All these articles are behind paywalls. Here we go. Regulator issued a blanket ban on short selling to appease retail investors ahead of parliamentary elections next year. So this says, despite previous regulatory improvements, concerns remain high over fair price formation in the domestic stock market due to repeated illegal naked short selling by global institutional investors. Okay. Why don't they just ban naked shorting then? Why ban all short selling? He said that used the period between now and June to improve regulations on short selling so the government would conduct an investigation into naked short selling by global institutional investors. Oh, okay. So it seems like because they can't really pinpoint or regulate naked short selling, they're just banning all short selling so that the market isn't manipulated into elections. Oh. So let's think about that, right? I think exactly what it is. So if you think about it, right, politicians tend to love to point at the market health or stability and take credit for it. and get reelected, especially like if you're in your second term or whatever, you can say, I created jobs. Under my tenure, the S&P went up 16%. Reelect me. People love money. So we can ban short selling. It sounds like a move by the existing. Maybe they've had a good market. I haven't even looked at the market, but maybe on the surface, it kind of sounds like they had a great year, great couple years. And they don't want the market to tank leading up to elections because that can sway swing voters. The other side of the party can be like, look at this jackass market crashed because of them. Oh yeah, that's right. I want to vote for those guys. And I lost my job because that market crashed. Dang it. So banning short selling, saying that short selling can manipulate the market before elections because of naked short selling. So banning short selling is actually manipulating the market before the election. It's the same thing in reverse, but now it's manipulating it to the bull side. What's up, Cartmill? Good morning. Same shit in reverse. A lot of naked shorts just mark their shorts as long. Well, yeah, that's exactly right. Or it's a problem with naked shorting. I don't know why they don't have like stricter regulations, like real-time reporting of the active float. Like you can't short beyond the float. I mean, like, is there just like exploits in the way information is communicated? Like people manage to get into other positions further than what's allowed based on, I mean, I guess you can set a regulation that says you can't short beyond the float, but I mean, that sounds like an easy thing to put in, but in practice it's probably hard because you've got, you know, you got like maybe when the one exchange knows something and another exchange doesn't know something, maybe it's like all the exchanges aren't synced up in real time. That's what I'm trying to get at. Like Robinhood removing, yeah, exactly. Removing the buy button for shorts, right? So everybody today, DLC how? All right, everyone here, Rocket Scooter, coin flip. You see that? Remember in the morning when we said it's a chop market? Does everybody remember? If you're just joining in, immediately what we say is a choppy market. Look how good that is. Look how we were seeing that, right? So that's the whole point. Is not every day is a tradable day. You wake up and see what it is, and you can say, do I want it or do I not want it? I don't think I want this one today. Let me check my schedule real quick. I have a really busy day today. No, actually, I don't. Not today. Meeting-wise, one podcast, one training session, and that's it. Okay, cool. I can work on the marketplace stuff. Just gonna chill for a little bit. Let's see if we get that. See that hedge rusher tap. I think I'll take a long off of that. boring day watching paint dry, right? Flat, choppy. So everyone knows my thoughts here, right? There's a decent trade. If we get it. If I happen to get it, that'd be great. I'll start adding in here as well. Not tap. Like from here as well. At this spot, I'm gonna ask myself, is res greater than 0? I'll trim a little bit, and then if it's greater than 0, I'll fill the box, close out the whole thing. Just waiting for that setup. If res is less than 0, I just close out at the middle. Somebody says you work at a big bank, then you get a job at the SEC. You work at the SEC, big bank will always give you a job. It's revolving door. Friday's the worst paint dry day. Friday was terrible. I shouldn't even touch the market Friday. That was a terrible choice. Trade a coin over eager, going on like a big old streak, and then I just trade outside the box. I normally don't do that. Whenever you're irrational, right? Resilience, its integrity is kind of any integrity of any indicator is not as good when you're in a rational market. So here, this is outside of the band. Resilience was showing that the market was going to try to sell. More often than it doesn't. Resilience in normal markets, which we have, usually will very accurately predict the direction of the S&P and the Nasdaq relative to the stocks inside of it, because it's a normal market. There's not abnormal selling or abnormal covering. And so if there's abnormal covering and buying, and we're outside of the range here today, resilience was showing a sell-off move when everything else was showing pointing up. So you had conflicting signals. One was pulling up, one was pushing down. So when you look at it, and you go, okay, what's the answer? And it becomes a coin flip when we say it's a coin flip day, because you have competing signals. And so either what happens with resilience being below 0 in an irrational market means that the S&P, resilience not being 0 just means the S&P and the stocks are flowing at different rates, stretching away from each other, if that makes any sense. And the way you think about it is that typically the S&P is an aggregate of the constituents of the little index itself. And if stocks move, the S&P is going to follow it. More often than not, people buy stocks and the index reflects the value, and then people trade the index to meet the value. And so usually it goes in that flow. And in irrational markets, when margin calls are high and squeeze probabilities are high, you'll see the index move first more often than the stocks move first. And the stocks almost always will move first. And that's the thing. That's the takeaway.
There's a bunch of killers up here. I mean, that can't short sell it. A bunch of awesome people up here. So yeah, I gotta echo that statement. And yeah, it did look like a little dumpy here. VIX getting a push up. By a little resistance where it is right now. But Kim, you're looking at what level? 15,200 MNQ. Did we hit that?
Yeah. So I now have my stop there. So we're gonna go down, but I don't know how far. So I'm looking for 15,1
Here we go. Getting close to that area that I kind of want to take a trade in. It's looking good. Going to the bottom of the area down here to flux back up to the middle.
So that's why I'm like, if you keep testing it, eventually you break it. You can just see by these weird wicks that I'm looking at the 5 minute, but the wicks are just like, I mean, they're on the 5 minute, they don't look good. It looks like, you know, kind of an erratic heartbeat. Best way to describe it. So,
It's in AFib.
yeah, it does. That's what it looks like. So, now 187 is kind of the key to hold for the MNQ. So 15187, look for that as if we're going to get a bounce and we get down there. It's done. And, you know, there's longs, but like someone else said about the Russell, I don't like that being down 20 points. Damn, wish I would have taken that short. And we are getting up on the 10 year. Again, looking at that correlation between the 10-year and the market.
All right, VIX is at high a day for pre-market, and SPY just took a fat dumper on this 15-minute here.
Here we go. Getting really close to my entry point here. Guy said AFib. Oh. Which means that also on the futures we'll scoop up right above here, right? It's about a 7-point drop here. I think it's squeezed yesterday. Not super hard, but like 20 something points. I think I probably lost like $1,700. It was pretty sizable, but that's the first big drawdown of the month. So not even, it's probably right at the edge of my limit of what I'm willing to lose on a single day. So that's about right where I want to be. I'm gonna be a little more patient on this one. What do you guys think? Should I scoop a hedge pressure long? Use. Look at that. It's like monthly maps are going to stabilize from here. This is great. I think all classical technicians are like, this is called a bullish flag, I would say. I don't do chart patterns, but right. So you break out and test and then you go. It's kind of one of those traditional first day chart patterns that you would see. Ooh, yummy. Qs are on a hedge as well. Qs are stronger at the two indices today, so that's going to try to hang in there. Res not looking too hot, so positive. Yeah, so if res is negative, I'll still take the hedge pressure bounce to half gap and call it. Challenge against supporting otherwise today might be a great setup. Yeah. So there's that leg one that I was drawing right there. This move right here is pretty much this right here that I just drew. I don't know if I'm gonna after seeing it bounce like this, I don't know if I want to trade it anymore today. I think I want to call it a day. What do y'all think? Yeah, like it bounced a little early, as Joel had said. Yeah, it's like it's stealing all my thunder. All my possible trades I want to take, it's taking them from me. Call it, it's only Monday. Yeah, right? Barb, don't F with the MR. Don't F with the MR. Cartmill said, wait for everybody. Oh, so Cartmill, I was reading what you wrote. Did what I say made sense? So, so by the way, Rocket Scooter, futures, the balance, the way that the API works from CQG is that the balance only updates when the statement updates from the FCM. So it's like we get a balance that we report here based on the data they send. For us to have a real-time balance, we'd have to write in a function to do that. Let me see if I can tell them that. Hold on, 1 second. Buy the F and dip. There you go. Things like this are so lame. You hear kitty cat? He being needy right now. Every morning it's like clockwork. He's staring at the desk and he's about to ready to jump on top of the desk. Nope.
Look at the 5-minute chart on VIX. It's like it's just choppy on VIX here. I think that's a good indicator of what the day is doing right now on the indices.
Oh my goodness.
Spike created inverse head and shoulders here. I'm gonna try Meta. 320 calls.
Oh yeah, Meta new high day, a ripper, very nice. Yeah, if SPY gets over VWAP, I'm looking at SPY calls, but in the meantime, I'm just watching.
Hey, and Gia today, but I'm not surprised to see it do get a nice little spike this morning. Came up pretty hot from last week, and sports are pretty good over the weekend, especially those Ravens. Am I right, Evan?
That spike was 52 highs, by the way.
Those Microsoft calls are over 2.2 now from 1.7. And then I was even on Tesla here. I didn't get stopped out at the 218 break yet.
Well, that would have been the play I would have taken. So it doesn't seem like it played out where I wanted to get in on, so I missed it. But it is what it is. You have to show every trade for every day to get actual line by line. Yeah. So I sent a message to our dev team also on this note. Is that the account manager, we get a request for account balance, and they send that forward every time the statement updates, which with the FCM is once a day. It's how futures are. It's like, so they get a real-time balance shown after every trade. We'd have to see if we, and again, we might have limitations because of what TradingView white label allows, but if we can modify that field, which I think we can actually take the statement balance and then plus or minus force it, plus or minus the trade. Like, we know what, whatever trade you make, and then update it in real time based on trading activity that is local on the platform. That information's there. Like the trade history is done in real time. So we should calculate what the balance should be, and then when they report the actual balance, it would be corrected if it was wrong. It should be accurate though. So we need to create a way to report real-time account balance. So from here, I will not touch along on hedge pressure if we hit it. Not at all. Not today. This kind of activity like this does not look conducive. Like, this is the trade that we just saw, that little upward move right there. That would have been the trade I would have taken had I got a hedge pressure balance. If it gets there again, I don't like to take a repeat. Like, I'm going to hit the same trade 2 times in a row. So we'll sit out today. My little kitty cat needs attention. Yeah, he does. He a baby. Total baby. Oh yeah, let's look at UDXY real quick. What are we talking here? Which one you want to pull up? Yep. Yep. Take a look at it real quick. You bump quiet. So yeah, IWM, it has support all the way down at 169. So I mean, it's kind of in the middle of this little hard selling pressure here today, but I would say that 169, 166 and a half is also monthly hedge. So over the course of the month, there's support down there. Obviously, 169 would be where hedge pressure is today. Like, the market's not, I haven't taken a trade at all. The market's completely not actionable, out the door. Just kind of choppy, and there's really no good pivots to trade from. And IWM is just kind of like free falling in a bull zone with really nothing underneath it until 169. So that's all I can see on it. I wouldn't touch it at all, personally. Let the man of the show tell us where he thinks the market's going. What's up? What's up? Market's going nowhere. I'm actually right now feeling it's potentially gonna try to fight its way lower, and ultimately probably close right here where it is. So probably it looks like right now there's no momentum to the upside. It's trying to push its way lower. The question is, would one short this or would one sit out? And then of course I'm gonna choose to sit out. Inside day today, 100%. Chop all day like this. No reason to touch it. The question is, do I want a long at hedge pressure? So kind of thinking of that.
Try escaping Costco under 500.
That VIX and just absolute decay, right? We talk about triple B as one of our
That's kind of given me. It's kind of sicker.
one of our things that we watch being below triple B for the course of the month.
Same with Microsoft also. It's like a buoy. You know, whatever waves come, whatever storms happen.
So volatility is decaying for the month. Usually when you're below triple B, you get razor sharp pivots. We talk about that. So hedge pusher pivot could be sharp.
I think you said booty there at first. I was like, where's this going?
Selective hearing. I guess we'll just go on here. Here. How's Malta?
Oh, this is a nice place. I'm here to take a cute.
Is Malta better than Croatia?
VIX is just an absolute crumbling, right?
Probably 1, Malta 2, Barca 3,
This is interesting. Should we do anything? VIX sits here. Volatility. This could be downside before upside. I want to take a guess today.
Outside of DC.
Okay, I got a question. Would you rather go to Puerto Rico or Hawaii?
I think we might get a move like that.
Take into account the time zones for the market.
Puerto Rico.
What do y'all think?
Curiosity, in Hawaii, it's 9:30 a.m. in New York City. What time is it over there?
Just the volatility expansion. And then it tightens up. Livewire and a channel called BBB. That's it. That's the name of the channel.
No, it's actually more than that, I think. I think it's 5 hours right now because of the time change.
Yeah, Cliff, monthly maps are showing the same thing. If you look at Rock Scooter monthly map, it'll show you exactly the same thing. You've got...
I just stay up.
Yeah, I think it's a 5-hour time change.
If you think about
Oh no, it's
like the way that it kind of looks,
no evidence says it's 6 hours behind Eastern Seaboard.
bull side, you know,
Big new low here at 15.
bull side tightening. Apart from today, over the next couple days, bear side,
Hawaii is not due daylight savings.
one could argue the bear side is somewhat tightening as well with some choppy days in it. So ideally, with them pushing towards each other completely, like volatility should be collapsing. Right? Tight market. Nice and tight.
I woke up at 8:30 this morning.
Yeah, it's weird, right? Peter, I agree. That's not pushing up on this volatility crush, which is really... Should I take a small coin flip?
I also did a perfect time change.
Oh, here I am over trading. Matt, keep your hand off the button. Don't do anything.
Flew in on Saturday, and then I went to sleep. And my first night there, the time change, so I stayed actually kind of on the previous Eastern time. The Eastern time is all me back now.
Yeah, so it's going to be a really sharp revert to mean. So I think I will let it fall the yellow line and probably scoop it back up on a long. If we get there.
Alright, give it a shot first. I got a buddy that lives there. It's brutal. I mean, I got a buddy that trades from Arizona. It's brutal enough for him.
I traded from Hawaii. I'm sorry, I don't know if I interrupted somebody.
No, Sim, and how was
We're gonna do QQQ, 369 calls, 0 DTE.
I mean, I almost feel like I'm usually a crackhead when I wake. Like, I sound terrible on these days in the morning. So it's even worse in Hawaii. It's like 3:30 in the morning. It's crazy.
what was being in Hawaii?
There a couple summers ago. It's like so brutal. And
It was, I mean, good.
it was one of the years where we just had a huge flood down that summer, and I was in Hawaii. And so I'm like, okay, well, I can't.
VIX is dumping 15, 16.
Yeah, well, anytime you...
VIX in the last week has been wanting to get back to like 12 or something. It's trying.
It is, and like it's weird that with this just complete volatility collapse, we're not seeing a lot of on this decay, right? They're not seeing any movement in the market period, so the market's comfortable here. So I think every dip that we're gonna see is probably gonna get bought back up for the next couple days.
Yeah, Evan, you have another Dubrovnik fan in the comment section.
Listen, Dubrovnik was awesome. That's I recommend anyone to go there for sure. Expensive.
Was there all kinds of Game of Thrones, like
Yeah.
paraphernalia going on?
There was a lot of different areas, like I saw the shade thing, so it was fun. It was a good time. It was pretty cool. There was a couple different shops and stuff.
Very cool.
There's whole Game of Thrones tours too you can do. I'd recommend it. Very nice. Dubrovnik in Croatia. I stayed in the old city.
I'm just feeling the chops settling in.
Maybe it's that future Hawaii weather.
I don't know about that. I'd like to visit Hawaii. I just don't think I can do like a month there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. In 2020, they didn't work with markets at record highs. Yeah, it's true.
That was tough enough.
Yeah, I think you guys are probably right on this.
Don't know about Hawaii.
This here.
Yeah, it
That might be a decent setup.
feels low-key rippy.
Mm.
I really want to go spy calls, but I gotta wait for it. I gotta wait for it to present itself. Because we could just see this for another 2 hours going sideways here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna TQ2 369 zone.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit this one out. I'm gonna call it. I don't want to do anything. We'll hop back into a Zoom call in a couple hours and check back in. I think I'm gonna wait for a dip if I get it to buy. I don't think I want to short anything, even on volatility expansion. I don't want to take a short because I don't like to just short randomly for no reason. Resilience is still strong enough that it just keeps the market flexing through here to the upside. So I really don't see. You have too many. While there is a potential, like, okay, I think it can come down. You just got so much pressure, right, pushing through here. Keep it from coming down. So while volatility will expand, as you see, you know, we're gonna get probably some moves here. It's gonna be sharp and quick. So I don't know if I want to short off of nothing just to bet the volatility expands. Because volatility can also work in both ways, right? There's a volatility expansion and contraction, even on the way up. So it doesn't necessarily mean volatility doesn't necessarily mean markets come down. It just means they get wider. So the way I look at it, I go, I don't know. Right. So I'd rather wait and buy a dip just to stay on the greater sentiment of things. DD's great. Resilience is great. BLU, like, I'd long there, but in all honesty, it's like it can try to fight. I'll build a long upwards somewhere in there just to get a, because you don't usually overshoot pivots that much. So if we just hit it once and take a quick dip, because it's going to line up here, I would probably long it back to here. It looks like there's maybe about 8 or 9 points. Put like a razor sharp stop on the other side of yellow. Yeah, Peter's right. I think of forcing it if I try to do anything at all. Today's just today. Let's watch it burn. Let it bleed. All right, y'all. Love y'all. Let's call it a day. Whatever. Not every day is a trading day, which is okay. But the best part about trading is that you have full control of what you do with your money. If you don't like something, you don't have to take it. If you don't see movement, don't try to force anything. There you see me as a trader trying to battle, should I do this? Should I do that? And you ultimately see me refuse to do it. I don't feel that itch to throw my money around all the time. How you do this for a living is to not do this every day. Isn't that funny? Great page-a-day calendar quote from Matt Cowart. How do you do this for a living is that you don't actually do it every day. Believe it or not. best approach to learning how to trade is exactly to learn when not to trade. So we have our boot camp firing off. We're gonna do some lessons all week. Come to the Zoom calls. Make sure you try to subscribe to the channel if you haven't, of course, and then we have a 3-month extended trial. You guys can check that out. We're gonna be doing a Black Friday special. I forgot to say anything about that. Oh my God, Black Friday. Okay, stay tuned in the announcements in Discord. We'll say everything about Black Friday. It's gonna be a lifetime deal, and you guys don't want to miss out on that because it's only one time a year we do this, and you got a couple weeks to act on it. If you ever want to join the lifetime program, pretty kick-ass discount. That's your chance. We'll see you later.